Hello, hello, and welcome to our first Mending Your Heart weekly call of 2018. I'm Christine Braun, and I own a coaching company that specializes in empowering women to create the extraordinary love life that they desire, getting past fears, disappointment, rejection, and heartache. Really, my mission is for every woman to have unshakable self confidence, to really own her worthiness, and to know that she is always truly loved. Currently, I do have a couple spots available for one-on-one coaching. So if that's something that you're wanting to get into, if you feel like something just has to change in your life, if you want to make a shift in your pattern around relationships or men so that you can actually attract a different type of man, or just if you really just feel stuck and need help finding some clarity in your current situation, I would love to work with you. As a reminder, all of these weekly calls are recorded and you will find them posted on my website, www.yourtruepower.net, under weekly calls. I also post these on my YouTube channel, and oftentimes I link them to Facebook. The purpose of these weekly calls is for you to gain insight and clarity on what's happening in your life, regarding love, heartbreak, your relationship with men, but really, first and foremost, about the relationship with yourself, your confidence, your state of being, your emotion, how you're feeling. You are always the center point and the most important thing in your life. The better you know yourself, the more clarity that you have of who you are at your core and what makes your heart sing in life and a relationship, the better the chances that you will attract and create that extraordinary relationship that you have been reaching for. And gosh, we all know how great love feels. So that's what we're doing on these calls, on my Facebook group, and on the 3 meetup groups that I host every month for women just like you, who are ready to take charge of their thoughts, their emotions, their beliefs, and create something magical in their lives. So with that said, let's get started with today's topic: focus and clarity, planning for an amazing 2018. So since this is our first call of 2018, I thought it would be a great time to reconnect with your mission, your purpose, the reason why you get out of bed every morning, hopefully happily. So if you've experienced a rather traumatic breakup in 2017, or your love life has been a source of stress and emotional pain, your mission or purpose might be pretty cloudy right now, or just not something that you've been spending any time thinking about. However, I believe that all that makes it a particularly great time to reconnect with your passion and purpose, your reason for living and breathing every single day. One of the big reasons why relationships fall apart or why women have difficulties meeting the right kind of guy is because they hardly know their own truth and often aren't living an inspired life. Once you reconnect with yourself and approach each day with a sense of purpose, ease, and passion, with or without a man in your life, you'll be happier, more fulfilled, and truly open for love to come into your life. So the tool I will be sharing with you today is particularly close to my heart because it has brought so much ease and clarity and happiness into my life. I use this tool at the beginning of each week, definitely on a monthly basis, and it also serves very well to create an overview of your desires and your goals for the whole year. So today on this call, I will take you through the 7 key areas of your life, and step by step, we will determine your intentions or goals, the emotions you desire in this particular area of your life, and the action steps that you can take towards these goals. This process will shed an extraordinary amount of clarity on where you are currently in your life and where you would like to go. Anytime you feel a bit lost in your life or overwhelmed with busyness, take some time to work on this tool. It will help you identify really quickly which parts of your life are causing you misalignment and stress. So hopefully you're ready with a pen and several sheets of paper because we are ready to get started. To give you an overview, here are the 7 key areas of your life in no particular order that we will be working on. So number 1, health, fitness, nutrition. Number 2, relationships. This includes family, kids, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, any kind of relationship you have with another human being in your life. Number 3, significant other. This is your love life. Number 4, spirituality, self-care, growth. Number 5, hobbies, passions, free time, travel. Number 6, career, work. And number 7, money or financials. So just one more time quickly, although I will also have these written down for you either under the YouTube video, or also I'll be posting a separate sheet where you can find these. So health, fitness, nutrition, relationships, significant other, your love life, spirituality, self-care, growth, hobbies, passions, free time, travel, career, work, money, and financials. So just looking over these 7 categories, can you identify 1 or 2 that have been playing a major role in your life? Which ones are most important to you? You know, which ones do you like to work on and think about, and which ones do you tend to ignore? We all go through stages in our lives, and particular key areas may become more important depending on the life stage that we are currently going through. However, eventually it is really beneficial to find some balance between all these 7 key areas, and at the very least to ensure that you pay some attention to each over the course of an entire year. Some will come more easily or naturally to you than others, and that's perfectly normal. On the not so easy ones, I invite you to embrace the challenge, be curious, be open, be playful. Nothing has to be difficult in your life. This can be fun. This is your life, you want to make some time to deliberately create it? I remember hearing a speaker say, we take more time planning our vacation than we plan for our life, for the year. So I thought that was a very interesting thought. And it's just because a vacation is something fun that you look forward to, that you want to do. But shouldn't your life be something fun that you look forward to? So let's get to it. That's what we're doing today. So for each of these key areas, I will be asking you 3 questions. Let's start with the first one and work our way through. So let's start with health, fitness, nutrition. This category is rather common, a common one to work on at the beginning of the year. And since you're carrying your body around with you every day, this key area is kind of in your face. So let's have a deeper look and ask the first question. What would you like to have or accomplish in this key area of your life this year, this month, this coming week? I'll say it one more time. What would you like to have or accomplish in this key area of your life this year, this month, this coming week? So go from broad to narrowing it down, zooming in, going from general to more specific. What do you want in 2018 regarding your health, your fitness, and your nutrition? This is also where I would like to inject a little Tony Robbins. A lot has been said about goal setting, but what has helped me the most is setting goals that are compelling. So instead of saying I want to lose 50 pounds in 2018 because it will be good for my health, word it in a way that actually inspires you to get to work on that goal, to take action. So, how will you feel when you have actually reached your goal? Will you feel slender, sexy, more appealing? Will you feel more confident, easygoing, free, happy? If you link an emotion to how you're going to be feeling once you accomplish this goal, it's going to make much more compelling for you. Because otherwise, if you're saying, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds because it'll be good for my health, that just doesn't sound very passionate or very interesting. But if you say, gosh, I can't wait to be so incredibly fit that I just love going outside and I can feel my vitality and my stamina and I'm just going to feel so incredible, it's so much different. The energy is so much different around. And also, can you visualize yourself, at the end of the year having actually accomplished this goal? What would it feel like if you could truly make an impact in this area of your life in 2018? If you haven't accomplished this goal in the past years, what would it actually feel like to break through in this area of your life this year? What do you really just fiercely desire? So then the second question, how would you like to feel in this area of your life? The second question, one more time, how would you like to feel in this area of your life? So while the first question is more goal-oriented, something that requires action steps to accomplish, the second question is about the inner work, connecting with your heart and your emotions. How would you like to feel in this area of your life? How have you been feeling in this area of your life? Pick one or two emotions that you felt most about health and fitness and nutrition in 2017. Did you feel inspired, uplifted, connected, balanced, kick-ass, energized? Or did you feel disappointed or hopeless, frustrated, angry, sad? What is the emotion around this key area of your life? And then what would you like the dominant emotion to be for 2018? What would you like the dominant emotion to be for 2018? And if that's a huge jump, think about just this first month, January. How would you like to feel about your health, about your body, about your fitness level, your stamina, your sex appeal, your eating habits, and the way that you just feel in this body? How would you want to feel in this first month of January? Pick two emotions that you want to feel about this area of your life and write them down. And then the last question, question number 3, what daily, weekly, or monthly action steps can you commit to in order to move towards your action goals and your emotional goals in this area? So one more time, what daily, weekly, or monthly action steps can you commit to in order to move towards your action goals and emotional goals? So be very, very specific here. This step is the most beneficial when you plan your week and plan your actual days that you will go to the gym or a dance class or yoga or schedule a hike with a friend. Schedule how many healthy meals and how many cheat meals you will have in that week. What can you do to work towards your emotional goals? How can you feel better about your body on a daily or weekly basis? Can you commit to meditating 15 minutes a day, or listening to a podcast every week about health, or subscribing to Louise Hay's daily inspirations and affirmations? So there are always steps that you can take towards reaching any of your goals. The most important thing is to have clarity and direction. That is what this tool provides you with. And yeah, are you starting to get the sense of this? Let's move on to the next key area of your life, relationships. So this includes family, kids, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, anyone you are relating to in your life. And by the way, I mean, obviously, you're probably going to need more time on your own to work on each one of these categories. I'm just taking you through a couple of them, giving you some ideas and kind of get you flowing on this. But definitely, pause the recording, finish this first section, or, listen to all of the recording and then kind of go back and do it on your own. But for now, let's ask the question number 1 about the second key area of your life. What would you like to have or accomplish in this key area of your life this year, this month, or this coming week? So think about the past year. How did your relationships with others feel to you in 2017? Did you feel connected with your brother? Did you feel like you were able to reach your kids on a heart level, being truly present with them no matter what mood they might be in? Was there a friendship in 2017 that caused you stress or dis-ease? How well did you communicate with your parents or your coworkers, your boss? Which relationship or relationships need your attention this year, this month, this week? Which relationships are most important to you in your life? Are you paying enough attention to them? Are you spending time every week connecting and communicating with these individuals? So this is definitely a key area that I want to pay more attention to this year. In 2017, several other key areas actually just naturally dominated my life. So this year, I really want to reconnect with my family and friends because they are very important to me, and the time we get to spend with loved ones is finite. They're not always going to be around, and as important and as fun as my business is to me, I definitely want to find more balance with that and connect with my friends and my family a bit more this year. How about you? What do you want in this key area of your life for 2018? Is this an important one for you right now? Or are there other key areas that may require more of your attention this year or this month? Be sure to write down all your goals and intentions for the relationships in your life. Be specific. So even if it's as simple as, maintaining the wonderful connections that you have already built, or, having more fun with friends, whatever it is, write it down, write down the person's name, write down your intentions for that particular relationship. All right, on to question number 2. How would you like to feel in this area of your life? Emotions. Which emotions have you been feeling in your relationships? Is there someone who has been driving you mad, angering you, frustrating you, getting on your nerves, causing you anxiety? Stress, particularly emotional stress, plays a huge role in our happiness and, of course, in our health and our well-being. Oftentimes, we don't realize that even those seemingly small things that just tend to nag at us on a daily or weekly basis eventually snowball into a big ball of stress and feeling unwell. So it's not until you go through something really, really tough in your life that you truly begin to value the people around you. That I have often found the case, unfortunately. The individuals who actually care enough about you to stop with their busy lives and ask how you are. Write you a quick note of encouragement or give you a tight hug when you need it the most. Relationships are truly an amazing source of love and understanding in your life. So it's definitely worth it to spend a few minutes identifying what you've been feeling emotionally in this area of your life. Which relationships have been going well in your life? Which ones need a bit of cleaning up? Which ones do you need to let go of to bring you more peace in your life? Write it down, be specific, write down the person's name. These are the emotions I have been feeling, with the relationship with my sister. This is what I want to feel. These are my goals. These are my intentions of how this relationship can grow this year. And the last step for this category, question number 3. What daily, weekly, or monthly action steps can you commit to in order to move towards your action goals and your emotional goals? All right, hopefully you've identified a couple of relationships that you want to work on, and for each, write down action steps. What you will do on a weekly or monthly basis in order to begin to shift this relationship. Action steps, would be like plan to have dinner with my mom once every other week, or speak to each one of my kids separately for 30 minutes every week to check in and help them feel heard and understood and cared for. This is actually something that I suggested to a coaching buddy of mine. He has 5 kids, and as you can imagine, it's quite time consuming to keep up with each one of them. But if you think about it, there always is going to be a kid who's not as loud as the other ones, and they might feel like they're not really loved as much because they're not paid attention to as much. And so I suggested to him, I was like, how about you just make it a rule that every single week you have some alone time with each one of your kids. That way you really get that one-on-one time and you can really catch up and talk to them and understand what they're going through, what they're really up to in their life, because it is going to be a little bit of a different dynamic if you talk with your kids individually than if it's just kind of a family event or a group event, or even if you're with 2 or 3 of your kids. So he thought that was a great idea and started doing that. So that can definitely be a great action tool, for anyone in your life. Are you spending that one-on-one time? Because oftentimes it is different than if you're spending time in a group. There are also emotional goals that you can set in this area. For example, I will pay attention to be more present in all of my conversations. And if I don't want to listen or I can't focus in that moment, I will communicate that and set another time to have that conversation. Great. I feel like we are breezing right through this. And of course, you might need to take more time to work on each category. So, as I said before, feel free to listen back to the recording or just write down the 7 categories and 3 questions and start to work through them on your own. Let's do one more key area together. Let's talk about significant other or your love life. This, of course, depends on where you currently stand in your love life, but that's what it's always about, right? Where you currently are in this key area of your life and where you want to be. So if you just get out of a relationship, you may not know, how much time you want to spend on your own before getting back into dating, and that's okay. You don't have to set a goal for the year or even decide which month you'll dive back into your love life. However, you can still answer this first question, what would you like to have or accomplish in this key area of your life? So if you are single, a great action goal could be focus on myself and then be specific about what that means for you. What will you do with your free time? Or you could say, I want to work on letting go of old relationship baggage, or work on forgiveness, or understand my patterns in relationships. So, and if you're dating, set some goals for your dating life. Will you use an app or an online dating site? Will you be more open to friends setting you up? Will you pick up new hobbies in 2018 and get out at least once a week to meet new people while doing things that you're passionate about? How are your communication skills when it comes to men? There are a lot of goals that you can set in this area of your life. The second question, how would you like to feel? How would you like to feel in this area of your life? What are your emotional goals in this area of your life? How have you been feeling about men, about your current or past lover? How do you feel about love, about having a committed relationship? What emotion comes to mind when you think about this key area in your life? Was 2017 really rough? What do you want in 2018? How do you want to feel about love? How do you want to feel about this area? How do you want to feel when you see a couple holding hands? How do you want to feel that you're progressing in this area of your life? No matter what has happened in the past, I get it. I've been through some pretty rough breakups and I haven't always had the best luck with men. But there's one thing that I always say to myself, and that's that I refuse to give up on love, because truly, from the inside out, I believe in my heart that true love exists, and the love that I want and the extraordinary relationship that I want does exist. So for me, I've really just decided to see everything that has happened in the past as just experience, and wonderful experiences, because there were always incredible moments in whatever relationship I was in. And if you look at it this way, rather than, oh my gosh, I've wasted my time, or this has been horrible, or I don't want to be in pain like that again, you're not going to be very likely to be open to love in the future. So if you decide that the past is the past and there were definitely worthwhile moments and the future is going to be grand, it's a much different approach that you take. So, what is the emotion that you want to infuse this part of your life with? And then the question number 3, what daily, weekly, or monthly action steps can you commit to in order to move towards your action goals and emotional goals? So, what are you doing on a daily basis to open yourself to receiving more love in your life? Letting go of old wounds, reconnecting with your worthiness and love for yourself. I don't know if you caught the 31 days of transforming your love vibe that I was posting every day in December. Each day I gave you some inspired thoughts on what you could focus on. If you missed it, you can find all those 31 posts on my Facebook group, www.facebook.com/yourtruepower.net. I feel like they're so cute. I really took my time to put it together. Every day I had a cute little picture and then just a little blurb about what I feel like is important about love and what I've learned from love, and just how you can, for 31 straight days, really get into the feeling and vibration that love is worthwhile, that love is beautiful, and that you're ready to open up in this area of your life and to really embrace all the beauty that can stream through into your heart. This area is always so incredibly important to work on, because we all desire to be deeply loved. So even if you're not currently looking to be in another relationship, you still want to have love in your life, from your family or from your friends, or even just feeling it deep within your heart. It really is, nobody wants to be without love. Love is who we are. So let's see how we're doing on time. Yeah, it looks like it's time to wrap up our call today, but, be sure to go through all the other key areas of your life. Ask the 3 questions and then take some detailed notes. If you don't want to plan for the whole year, plan just for this month, plan for this next upcoming week. You will love the clarity and the focus this simple little exercise brings into your life. And I know I always feel so much more fulfilled with my daily accomplishments when I know that my focus was on the key areas that mean the most to me right now. So this just really gives you a way to organize and to focus and to really hone in on what is important to me in my life, what is important for me this month, what is important for me this week and today. As always, I hope that you always feel free to ask me questions. I always love to interact with you guys on Facebook, or shoot me an email, whatever works best for you. I will be on this call for a couple more minutes to answer questions, and otherwise, please email me or post on my wall on Facebook, and I will get back to you just as quickly as I can. Thank you so much for joining me today, It's always so much fun for me to share what I've learned over the years, and hopefully this tool will be as valuable to you as it really, really has been for me. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next Thursday on our Mending Your Heart weekly call. Thank you. Bye.